a Galaxy 5 1964, I believe it to be 1964. Controls, VFO, which is 2-speed. There is a trimmer capacitor in the VFO for calibration. Across the top, 3 knobs there. There should only be, to the right, these 2. The centre one in the standard layout is a AF gain and RF gain off on. This has been split and an AF gain installed. Possibly this is what happened to one of the correct knobs that should be along the bottom, which should look like these, except the band switch one, which has a slight extension on it. Band switch definitely needs that nice chicken head type knob, because it is a very clunky arrangement to use. This one is sideband 1 and sideband 2. It simply reverses the sideband that's in operation with upper and lower indicator. What is confusing about it is it also changes with the band switch. 80, 40, why does it change? 20, 15, and there are 2 ranges of 10. The single crystal for each range, so in order to have the full 10 metre range, you need a couple more crystals to substitute the existing crystals. Now what happens here if we change the sideband selection from 1 to 2, we come back with 2 ranges of 10, range of 15, range of 20, and it swaps to upper sideband. 40 swaps back to low, and 80 swaps back up again. It doesn't appear to be a fault. Why this happens, I have no idea. Other controls, the function control, calibrate. This has a calibrator unit in it. PTT, Vox, it does not have the Vox function in it. Tune and CW. Tune reduces power in operation, and sideband 1 must be selected to have tune or CW operation. Exciter, this has variations in names depending on the make of radios. Some are grid, some is pre-select. Not very intuitive, but exciter in this case is clear as far as being tuning the driver stage output into the finals. But what is not clear is it also tunes RF amplifier on receive. Plate control and load control are typical of what you would find in any old radio with a pi coupling type network. Right, we'll tune into a dummy load as per the manual, and that requires microphone to be fully clockwise and load control fully anti-clockwise and SP2 selected. We can then go to tune function, get a peak there and on a drive, and then after our dip, we've got that, we take load up a little bit, re-dip, load up a bit more, re-dip, load up a bit more until we have our tune position. Right, we shall now tune into our antenna. We're on SP2, we don't change any of our other controls. We go to tune, just a quick check of drive, okay, quick check of plate, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, that's the best we're going to get. Now we'll just swing up a little bit there, and we'll go in, oops, not very good is it, we'll go in on our meter, We'll go in on our meter. Now let's just see how accurate that tuning procedure is. We should be close to full power. Over to tune. Whack up she goes. Whoa, we need to bring down a little bit there. Let's see, plate. Load. Yep, pretty good, pretty good. Not far out at all. So we are tuned and ready for the net later on, with only one little thing to do that I sometimes forget, and let's go back to SB1. We're on the correct sideband.
Yeah, 59+20. I just put the linear on to make it a bit easier for people to hear me. Yeah, conditions aren't great tonight for static crashes. Yeah, we abandoned the quiz last night because it was just too much static crashes.
VK3HEW, was it, over? Yeah, roger there. No worries, Barry, and good evening to you and good evening to all on the bottle shop. And yeah, it's Peter this Slayer in Portland, president of the Portland Club, and just might add, Barry, to all those listening, I've heard one or two say gate crashing tomorrow at Cavendish. Look, the more the merrier, I say, the more the merrier. All are welcome. It's all about keeping radio alive there, Barry, over.
VK3UCD, VK3ZPG in the bottle shop. I'm running the Galaxy 5, and she's behaving herself reasonably well, but conditions are poor tonight. VK3MBW, VK3ZPG.
Yeah, up and down a little bit there too, Steve. I know you dropped off from what you were before, but not too bad.
VK3MBW, VK2EXA. Heard from Peter on Tuesday night. He was on the Friends of Mr. Ed's group. He called in late. He's going okay. The biggest problem is he's not sure what's going to happen with the Murray, because they've let out as of today. They've gone from 85 megalitres a day to 100 megalitres a day because of the water that's likely to happen over the next 4 or 5 days, apparently. And they've got land that they can walk around on without paddling in water at present. But, yeah, for how long that stays that way, he's not sure.
Catch you later, Dave. Have a good weekend. VK3ZPG, go, Steve.
VK3MBW, VK3ZPG. Still running the Galaxy 5. It's not ideal in these very noisy and well, difficult conditions, but I do want to give it a little bit of a run, and I shall say, everyone take care. These flood issues are building up, the COVID problems are building up again, so we all need to be careful of things. VK3MBW, VK3 Zulu Papa Golf.
I think you're finished, Steve. I'm struggling with you again, mate, so have a good weekend. Cheers to you. And
What follows is a series of still images, advertisements from magazines and product reports. You can pause or take a screenshot to try and get a bit more out of them, but a lot of them are rather poor quality. As is this first one, which comes from June 1964 QST magazine, showing the Galaxy 5 in a vehicle. This image is a Galaxy 3, which for appearances very, very similar to the Galaxy 5, but the bottom row centre, the band switch, has 3 bands versus the Galaxy 5's 5. Part of an advertisement for the Galaxy 3 and 5 showing the American prices. Also June 1964 QST magazine. More from June 1964 QST with some information about the Galaxy 5 and 3. The Galaxy 3 and 5, but in the April edition 1965 of 73 magazine. April 1965 in the 73 magazine, first page of a test of the Galaxy 5, and the second page of the test of the Galaxy 5. Note the call sign at the bottom of the article. Electronics Illustrated, July 1966. Note that the call sign is the same as in the previous test article. Image quality is poor, but can be seen on the bench there, a Galaxy 5. First page of a brochure, the Galaxy 5. This brochure is in the author's collection. Second page of the brochure. Third page of the brochure. Notice the pound symbol. Prior to early 1966 in Australia, used pounds, shillings and pence. It was after February 14, 1966 that Australia went to decimal currency, i.e. the dollar. The last page of the brochure has notes about Galaxy 3 and Galaxy 5. February 1967 QST magazine, an advertisement for the Galaxy 2. More of that Galaxy 2 advertisement from February 1967. QST 73 magazine, July 1967, advertisement for the Galaxy 5 Mark II. 1967 73 magazine, July. First page of report on the Galaxy 5 Mark II. Reading through this article, there's quite a substantial number of changes, especially a big increase in the amount of solid-state components. Page 2 of the article and page 3 of the article.